Yo, what's up, YouTube? Doofy here. And in honor of Halloween being next Friday at the time of recording this video, I wanted to make a fun little video on one of my favorite horror games of all time, which I've talked about it on the channel to death at this point, Fnaf. But instead of talking about the lore, you know, making an essay video on how Fnaf was great, which I originally had a video like that planned, I want to ask the question, would you, yes you, watching this video right now, survive each Fnaf game? Alright, so how we finna do this is, we're gonna go through each game, not in chronological order because we ain't got time for all that lore stuff, and basically ask the question, if you can survive that game or not. You know, pretty simple, pretty straightforward, you know. Anyways though, without further ado, can you survive the first game? See, the thing about the first game is, there are 4 animatronics in there, you know, 1 endoskeleton who, if I can recall, doesn't really do anything, and 1 hallucination, which means you don't gotta worry about him. And like I said, endoskeleton is pretty much just a naked guy sleeping, so you really ain't gotta worry about him. But the main 4, you know, Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy, it kind of depends on like the circumstances, because I feel like with the first game, you have to rely on reflexes, because think about it though. You know, one moment you're just sitting down checking the cameras until you look up and see Bonnie or Chica at the door. So you gotta rush over, you know, close that door, and then you sit back down, you know, check the cameras, and then see Foxy, you know, sprinting at you full speed. So you gotta beat him to the door, you know, shut that door before he can get you. And then you sit back down, you know, keep checking the cameras, and then just hope and pray, you know, the power doesn't go out. Because, bruh, if the power goes out, bruh, you might well just accept your fate, gang. There's no way out of that one, bro. Now, mind you, bro, you clock in at 12 a.m. and you have to repeat the process of checking the cameras, rushing over and shutting the door, and hope the power doesn't go out until 6 a.m., which is a 7-hour shift. So, like I said, I feel like it's a 50-50 chance of surviving the first game. That's me, though. That's me. Now, the second game, on the other hand, bro, yeah, hell no. You're not surviving. I mean, think about it. There's no door, and there's only 2 vents you can block off, which not all the animatronics go through the vents to try to kill you. You know, you got Mangle hanging from the ceiling, and not to mention, Witter Foxy know that you're not one of them. So he knows you're not an animatronic, so you're cooked. Like, if you can't repel him, you're cooked. And I didn't even mention the marionette, bro, because, like, God forbid you have to go to the bathroom and you forget to wind up the music box, bro. You're dead, you know? Like, you're just not surviving the second game. Simple. Now with Fnaf 3, I low-key feel like it's a 50-50 chance because, like, the only actual threat in that game is Springtrap, you know? Everybody else is literally just an illusion, you know? Now, will you have schizophrenia for the rest of your life? Oh, yeah, totally. I feel like nobody will get out of that situation without having permanent schizophrenia. Now, the same thing I just said applies to the 4th game, because literally every animatronic in that game is literally just a nightmare, you know? Now, you would have permanent schizophrenia, but you would still survive, you know? Now, with Sister Location, bro, nothing in that game is an illusion, bro. You're just dead, you know? Because, like, think about it. You have to go down to an underground factory and work on some animatronics, bro. Like, God forbid you slip up once, you're dead, you know? And not to mention, you have to run across a long-ass pitch black room with a tall-ass ballerina lurking in the dark. Like, you're dead. Now, see, the thing about Pizzeria Simulator is there are a few ways you can, like, repel the animatronics. Like, you know, you can use the freaking, the audio alert system, you know, the motion detector system, and, you know, all that stuff. But then again, bro, you're in a hot-ass room, which you cannot tell me that room does not look hot. And plus, the vents don't have doors, if I can recall. Do they have doors? I can't remember. I haven't played this game since 2022. But yeah, I feel like it's a 50-50 chance. Hell no, I don't know, and no. Alright, so the last game I want to talk about in this video, which funny enough isn't actually a Fnaf game or an official Fnaf game. It's actually a fan game. And it's quite literally the whole reason why I'm making this video in the first place. Now, I don't know the name of the game, but I literally keep seeing clips of it, bro. So I'm just gonna put it on screen if I find the name of the game. Now, based off the clips I've seen from this game, hell no, you're not surviving that game. And it's for one specific reason. This version of Fredbear. Now, in this game, there are 3 animatronics you have to run from. You know, Skinny Fredbear, Spring Bonnie, and the other Fredbear. Now, the first 2 animatronics, they're slow as hell. You don't gotta worry about them. But like I said, it's that one specific version of Fredbear. You know, the 6'6", 6'7", fat-ass bear. And, like, I keep seeing, like, clips of him running full speed at your destination. Like, do y'all see how fast this man be running, bro? Like, bro, literally all you can do in this situation is just accept your fate, bro. Because not only do you got this fat-ass bear running like prime Tyreek Hill, but he knows where you're hiding at too, so you literally cannot hide from this man. But yeah, though, bro, that's all I got for this video. You know, I'm about to dip. See you guys in the next video.